searching.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for tuning in and watching. I hope you're doing well. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos. Those of you who have been following me for a while now know that I wrapped up a 44-day juice cleanse back in December. And I had the most amazing experience, and that allowed me to transition to a raw vegan lifestyle. I'm going to be posting the video on Tuesday the 19th of what I experienced during this 44 days. I did lose 20 pounds. I healed a lot of physical things on my body. Internally, I healed a lot of amazing things. I'll go over the symptoms that I experienced during the detox process and how it was just a huge catalyst to transition me to a healthier lifestyle. And I just can't rave enough about this experience. Like, I feel amazing, and I have to share with everybody. You guys are missing out. Like, I can't even, it's just unbelievable. It truly is like a miracle. So look out for that video. I'm going to be posting it on the 19th. I do know, a few of you guys reached out to me and shared with me that you're planning on starting this juice cleanse as well. I know how difficult it is to do something like this on your own because I did it myself, and it can be difficult when you don't have somebody to hold you accountable or have like a juicing buddy for support. Not to mention the amount of time and research that's involved so that you do this properly so that you can have the best possible outcome. So, it's challenging but not impossible, especially since if I could do it, anybody could do it. And there's been tons and tons of thousands upon thousands of other people out there who have done the exact same thing and have just completely transformed their lives. And I want to share that with you. So, I want to be able to offer my support to anyone interested in detoxifying through juicing and or transitioning to a healthier lifestyle and maybe detoxing. Especially since we're into 2021, it's a great time to kind of start off that year in this way. One, I'm offering this as part of my coaching services and intuitive services and psychic services. I only charge for my time. I don't charge for specific services, so pricing will be the same. But here's what I'm really excited about is I created a private membership Facebook group. It's $5.99 a month to become a member. You can cancel at any time, and you will have exclusive access to me for guidance. I will have worksheets and different things, basically protocol written out for you and other, tools to help you go through this experience. And you will also have access to an entire community that is going through the exact same experience as you, right? So they're on the same journey as you. They're like-minded individuals. They're juicing. They're transitioning to a healthier lifestyle. And the group is called Jacked on Juice with Ask Rebecca. And I picked that name just because anytime anybody was asking me, like, wow, you seem like you're in a really great mood, you have a lot of energy, my response was, well, I'm jacked on juice, right? So I'm all juiced up. So I thought that would be a great name. So keep an eye out for my video for more detailed information about the Facebook group, about my experience, and basically every Tuesday I'm going to be posting about juicing, raw vegan lifestyle, and everything like that. Obviously, all the exclusive information is going to be in the private Facebook group. And again, like I said, I'm going to be charging $5.99 a month for that. You can cancel at any time. And if you already know that you're interested in joining the group, then you can Venmo $5.99 to Ask Rebecca today, and then I'll send you the invite to the group. I also accept other forms of payment, and I will put that in the description box of the YouTube channel. Okay, let's get into the intuitive messages for the week. Here's what you can expect from January 18th through to January 24th as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. Okay, general themes. Change and freedom is the theme here, big time, okay? This week, we are going to see some major upheavals happening. Shock and awe all around. January 20th is the inauguration here in the U.S. The shock that most experienced on January 6th will be nothing compared to what potentially could unfold today onward, okay? This whole week, and I already mentioned in other videos that I felt like the next, basically January to February is going to be, whoa. There's going to be some shocking moments for sure. Unfortunately, with censorship at an all-time high right now, I mean, there's been massive purging all over the place. I am limiting what I want to actually say, but those of you watching and have been watching, I think you know what I'm talking about. Just mentally prepare yourselves for some major jaw-dropping events playing out on the world stage in a big way. As I've told you before, when it comes to tapping into potential timelines connected to people in high places, there's a lot of blocking and disturbances put in place so people like myself can't see clearly. And those of you that might be new to watching my videos and stuff, I would recommend checking out a documentary called Third Eye Spy, and you'll find out kind of the history of psychics and remote viewing and things like that used within government agencies, and you'll get a better picture of what I'm trying to explain. And, you know, I was in the military myself, so I speak from experiences here. Okay, so either way, none of that even matters. It doesn't even matter. You don't need to know the details because the details are going to end up coming out. And a lot of times, you know, the stuff that comes out, it's hit or miss whether it's based in 100% truth, okay? Because that's just how it is. Either way, just know for certain something big is on the horizon that will bring about a new era. It's all part of the ascension process to help create the evolutionary leap in consciousness of humanity. So hang on for a wild ride ahead. Be aware, but do not get sucked into the fear, okay? Focus on purging yourself of all the things that hold you back in your life and all the things that you don't like about yourself and about your life or your emotional baggage, all these things. You need to be working on yourself because you need to work on becoming the most authentic version of yourself, being your true self 100% all of the time. And that's going to require working through emotional baggage and releasing old hurts and insecurities. It's about getting real with yourself and taking a look at like what kind of bullshit you're putting out into the world and how you're actually creating your reality every single moment of every single day. So remember, what you focus on grows. Along with the potential drama for, you know, that part of life, the political area, the world stage, we're also going to be seeing some weather and earth events taking place. There's also an intense energy that's going to be pushing you to act without thinking or paying attention. I've mentioned before, this energy causes accidents to happen more frequently. Be sure you are paying attention, especially when you're walking, when you're exercising, when you're driving and using any sort of equipment or machinery. Basically, anything that you're doing in movement or doing that could potentially cause you to really get hurt, right? So you really need to pay attention. You also want to be aware of this energy affecting people's personality and exaggerating aggressiveness. You do not want to get into an argument or push someone's buttons or, you know, for example, give someone the bird or like flick a person off who just cut you off in traffic, because things have the strong likelihood of becoming violent. So you could end up in a road rage situation, or if you decide you want to make your political views known and you want to argue with someone about it, it could become very aggressive. It could become violent. And again, all of this energy we're going to also be seeing playing out on the world stage. So you might see it in the news, you might see it with the neighbors, you might see it with friends. People are on edge big time. And the smallest of things can trigger them, okay? Like people are gonna get triggered and they can completely lose their cool and go off on you and yell and scream. It's just not worth it, right? Like, you don't need to be right. It doesn't matter. If you know you're right, you're right. You don't have to argue about it. Like, what's the point? But the positive side of this energy is that you can get a lot accomplished and make any sort of positive lifestyle changes that you want to make right now. Plus, this energy has a way of clearing major karma from your personal matrix, as well as bringing you clarity and insight. Use this energy wisely, because it's truly up to you how it plays out in your life, by choosing how you let it affect you, right? The other minor annoyance this energy can bring is overcommitting, overpromising. So be prepared for people to bail on you, and maybe you bail on other people. Maybe you break some promises. Maybe some people in your life break promises. I put this sweater on and now I'm feeling sticky and hot. Okay, so, this energy is just really wild and really intense, but at the same time, it's really beautiful because there's so much that can happen on the positive spectrum and so much that can happen as far as getting things accomplished. So, and if somebody bails on you, just extend compassion and understanding. It's no big deal. It's not the end of the world, right? Not yet. No, and don't listen to that fear mongering. People are out there like, oh, it's the end of the world. We're in the apocalypse and, the wrath and the rapture and all these things. Yeah, things are getting really, really intense because we got to change, you guys. We have to change big time. And everything that's playing out on the world stage is all of our fears and baggage and insecurities. It manifested itself in reality. And you can go look at my spiritual war movies or videos to get a little bit more information about that. Okay. The last part to this energy that's been lingering and building in strength is a sense of competition. So some of you may feel like you're competing with others in the career area of your life and or with others connected to the relationship sector of your life. This can be romantic, platonic, and familial. So, you might have some family drama going on. Maybe you're feeling competitive with your sister, your mom, your dad, your brother, your cousin. I don't know. Maybe your best friend, you're comparing yourself, or you're getting jealous because your best friend's talking to another friend. I mean, it could be anything. Romantic, maybe somebody's flirting with your boo and it triggers you and you feel like you got to compete. It could show up in any number of ways. Just be mentally prepared for that. It's all how you deal with it. And just remember, it's always an opportunity to heal. And if this does pop up for you, then it is a clear sign that you need to seize this opportunity and this challenge to strengthen your belief in yourself. Everything is about you getting to know yourself better. You've got to love you before anybody else can love you. You got to believe in you before anybody else can believe in you. Everything begins and ends with you, and everything that you experience in your life is created by you. And I know that can be triggering to hear, and it can be really annoying, but it's truth. So hold your head up high and have faith that you will end up in the place that is right for you, okay? This is to strengthen the belief in yourself. Believe in yourself and trust yourself. Work. Some of you may be thinking about making a career change. Others may be forced into a career change because you're actually in the wrong job. So the universe, God, the divine, whatever your terminology is for your belief system, is going to use this forceful energy that's around and force you out of whatever situation you're in. Because if you haven't been listening to the hints, or you've been for the last 10 years hating your job, but you're not doing anything about it, well, it might just be time for you to move on. So now the universe is going to either have your employer terminate you, or something else will come up that's going to force a change upon you. So some of you could be seeing that happening Those of you that are looking for a job, expect delays in the hiring process. Things are moving slowly, it's back and forth. And then, like I said, I kind of feel like we're going to have some drama this week. And depending on how intense this drama is and what exactly goes down, it could affect a lot of forward momentum for the week, maybe longer. There could just be a lot of fear that comes up. So this is going to affect jobs. It's going to affect finances, the economy. There's a lot that could be going on, okay? So just, again, mentally kind of prepare for things. You know, timelines are a little wishy-washy just because with situations like this, there's multiple people involved and multiple choices that can happen, and any one thing can kind of delay things. So that's also happening in the hiring process for you. You may also see things happening like you send out your resume and they're like, hey, we didn't get your resume, or your resume bounces back to you. Like, there's all kinds of weird, wacky little things that could potentially happen. Love. Some of you may have just ended a relationship. Some of you may actually be in the middle of ending a relationship. So you could be going through a divorce. You might be figuring out who's getting what, or if you weren't married, maybe you're still kind of arguing about who did what. And either way, it just feels like you're in the middle of it. While some of you, I feel, are actually beginning the process of ending a relationship this week. And a few of you may be tempted to jump right into another relationship without giving yourself time to process the last one and really reconnect with yourself and figure out, right? Like, you've got to allow yourself time to reflect on, you know, your role in the demise of the relationship, the good parts about the relationship, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you liked about yourself, what you didn't like about yourself. Were you being 100% your authentic self, or were you constantly getting triggered by insecurities and past relationship baggage? Like, all these things are so important right now to be working through. So don't jump right into another relationship, because I do feel like it's going to basically be the same exact relationship you just got out of, but a different version, okay? Take the time, slow down, have this person in your dating rotation, but you don't need to lock it down. You don't need to be in a rush to, you know, commit and move in and do all that stuff. Singles, there may be some competition for you out there right now, right? So maybe the person that you're vibing may be being pursued by other people as well. Might have several people that's vibing this person. At the same time, you may also be pursued by several people right now. All of a sudden, you're on fire. Everybody's asking you out. Everybody wants your number and your name and your digits and what you're doing, right? Like, so flirt. Get your flirt on. Have some fun. Get your confidence and self-esteem levels up, and enjoy the attention that you're going to be getting, because dating, as crazy as it sounds with the whole pandemic happening, is actually on fire right now, and lots of competition. So lots of people, I mean, there's people that, you know, this pandemic has caused people to really kind of look at themselves, and people have broken up, and it's been a tough year in 2020, but it is going to be a better year, although it's still going to be intense. But lots of competition, so I feel like get out there, get your groove on, get your date on, have fun getting to know people. Don't be in a hurry to lock shit down. Like, just enjoy the process of getting to know yourself through getting to know other people, because that's really kind of what's important. It's all about taking accountability and responsibility for what you're thinking and what you're feeling and what you want and what you're doing. Like, all of that is so important right now. I can't stress it enough. Finances, money feels tight. And I just feel like there's an extra amount of worry over money, right? I just feel like it's on the rise this week. And that's even if you're stable. Like, if you're stable financially, I can't help but feel whatever is happening on the world stage drama could potentially trigger this fear in everybody, whether you're financially stable or not. It just feels like there's something happening here. that's going to cause some worry and fears and anxieties around money and the economy and things like that. So another reminder to focus on feeling abundant and being grateful for what you do have, because it can always be worse. And part of the ascension process is a major shift in the monetary system and money. You know, big picture, money has no real value. Not if you're thinking about natural law and, you know, that money was created by man. Okay, so the only difference between the paper money in your wallet and the paper money in a Monopoly game set is you and the powers to be gave it value. Okay, so it's detached from that. It's just an energy, and it's a tool to keep you enslaved. You're enslaved by debt. Okay, we're all slaves to debt right now, and that's how they have the power. But that dynamic is shifting in a big way. So these are all things that we're going to be seeing happening over the next couple of years. But the trigger event for this could begin in the next several weeks. I do feel like it's going to begin at some point now. Health. The major theme here is the importance of keeping a positive outlook, especially since things have the potential to be very intense on a fear level. You may also experience old hurts and emotional baggage coming up this week to be resolved. Stop dwelling on the past, because you literally are recreating it in the present and for the future. An example: if you can't get over a cheater from your past, you'll just keep attracting cheaters until you do. That's how it works. That's how this place works. It's literally a virtual reality game, and I've given you the secret time and time again in multiple different ways over and over again on how to win for years now. Whether you choose to put it into play is on you. So whether you're experiencing these things that I'm experiencing in my life and others that I know are experiencing the same thing because they've decided that the old way of doing things doesn't work, and the things that I've been talking about actually work when you put them into practice and you stay consistent with them and you really change yourself, you will see these changes happening in your life. I promise you, you will. So, deal with whatever emotional baggage comes up from your past. Let it go, because it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you trapped. It's keeping you miserable. It's keeping you afraid to put yourself out there and meet people. It's keeping you stuck in a belief system that, you know, every human being is bad, or nobody good exists anymore, or all the good people are taken or in relationships, or they're all liars and they're all cheaters and they're all manipulators and they're all narcissists. That sort of stuff is going to keep you attracting that into your life. You're the one who has to change, nobody else. You're the one that has to change, because what happens when you change is then all the people like yourself will show up, okay? So the people that are showing up in your life right now, if you don't like them, they're showing you something about yourself that you need to change so that you can change your reality. Okay, spirituality. Forgiveness, another secret to overcoming this video game of life. This week, you'll have the opportunity to forgive. It's going to be multiple opportunities. So it'll be little things. It could be, you know, forgiving somebody for accidentally bumping into you walking in the grocery store. But then it's also going to be big, major stuff. Those of you that have been dwelling and holding on to stuff for years, it could come about through a major challenge. So if you've got old wounds from your childhood with parents, old relationships, old friendships, like all that stuff is going to come up. It has to be healed. And if you are not looking at that, if you're not actively looking at what you're thinking and what you're feeling and how those things, how your beliefs and how your fears and how your insecurities and all the trauma from your past affect the present moment, then that's when the challenges happen. That's when you get hit upside the head by the universe, and it throws you into these situations for you to recognize what you need to heal. So anger and pain can be coming up in some form. Feel it and let it go. You'll want to create the space to work through this. And again, if you don't, and you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you're not paying attention to what you're feeling and what you're thinking and what the signs are through the people in your life, through messages that you're receiving, through your intuition, and all the other various ways that information comes to us, then I can't help but feel like you're definitely going to be dealing with some intense energies to force you to change. So give yourself the gift of time and space to grow spiritually. We are here to master body, mind, and spirit, and not necessarily in that order. And once you do, you're going to have achieved a level of unity within yourself that is pure bliss. And I want that for everybody. Like, everybody can have that. Everybody can have it. It's just having to change ourselves. And everything I'm sharing with you, I'm sharing from experience. Like, I've had to work very hard on becoming a different person and moving from a state of victim consciousness to an empowered state, and to understanding that I am in charge of my life and I am creating my reality based on what I'm choosing and where I'm putting my focus and my energy. Put it to a test. Put it to a test. I've put this one out there before. One of my favorite things to do is pick something to focus on. I always like mohawks for some reason. So focus on, in your mind, just keep thinking about mohawks, talk about mohawks and how you want to see a mohawk, and you love mohawks, and or mohawks are annoying, they're ugly, whatever you want to do. Just focus on something, and inevitably, within a matter of hours to a matter of days, and I would say maybe the absolute latest a week, depending on how long and how much energy you're putting into it, you will see somebody with a mohawk or a mohawk in some way, or whatever else it is you choose to put energy into. Test it out for yourself. Okay, that wraps up the intuitive messages for this week. If you enjoyed these messages, please like, subscribe, and share. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. I appreciate your support. All links and info will be in the description box below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.